Morning, everyone. I want to make it really clear. Yeah, I'm jogging in the morning. I don't do this. The only reason is because I took a lot of time sleeping yesterday. So I didn't really feel that tired earlier. I was like, okay, I could do my chest workout because I haven't done it yet. So I was like, okay, a little back and forth on deciding if I should do it or not. And I did. And I was like, okay, well, I don't still feel tired. So let me go for a run or a jog because I can work on my cardio, my endurance. That's what I'm doing right now. So I just want to point that out because I don't want you getting the idea that I do this all the time. Side note, I'm also listening to the MMLP2 by Eminem, so I just want to point that out there. I want to record this just because, one, I think maybe it'll help me with my focus on multitasking, such as me jogging and talking. Two, I'm going to note this as like a little diary, a little journal. So in case you don't know, about 3 weeks ago, I started wrestling school for the first, well, not first time, because I used to go as a kid for like 4 times at all, and I haven't gone back since, but 3 weeks ago, I went back to wrestling school, and I never opened up about this, just kept it to myself, but I want to talk about that because I've kind of prepared myself to go there, just start, but once I got there and I paid money to get in, it's a great start, truthfully, but after getting through that first week, the first 5 days, it was the hardest on me mentally I think I've ever been, or at least I haven't been to that mental dark place in a very long time, ever since I decided to switch careers. So going through that 5 days for school was a big mental game for me because, for one, it's a lot to take in, a lot of stress sometimes because you got to structure, know what you're doing so you don't hurt your opponents or hurt yourself, a lot of fundamentals, and I think a lot of that caused me to spiral deep down. I'm trying to figure it out. I told myself I'd be there every single day with very few exceptions. Me being honest, I really broke that. It comes with realizations and also excuses and or me not wanting to go because I'm not feeling greatest, So second week, it was okay. I went Tuesday and I went Thursday. And yeah, there was no school on Friday or no class Friday because they had a show Saturday, so they're setting up. Do I think it was a little better than the first week? Looking back on it, I think slightly. And in my third week, which is this week right now on a Saturday, I went Thursday. I didn't go yesterday because, let me explain Thursday. Thursday, I got very little sleep, and when I got there, I felt out of it. And also me feeling weird about going to class. It gets overwhelming, overstimulating because there's a lot of people, and also it's a lot to take in. So there's that. So I think I felt very overwhelmed, overstimulated at some point in the beginning of the class on Thursday, and I felt so out of it. I felt like I was super rusty, probably because I didn't go for 6 days, or not probably because it is, and I just felt so out of it. We were doing rolls, and I could do rolls pretty well, but on Thursday I just felt so out of my head, in my head, completely out of it, and I felt like I didn't know how to do anything. It was weird, but we got the right drills and I felt better. And shout out my the coach, one of the coaches there, trainers. Forgive me if I'm saying it wrong, because I just know it's Cody, but it's either Cody Cutthroat or Cutthroat Cody, something like that. He checked up on me, he asked if I'm doing well, and we had a little talk about it. And I think, I'm gonna be honest, him talking to me about it, I almost cried because I felt like I needed that. I feel like someone who doesn't really know me that well talked to me about it, and we still had a moment to moment type of thing, and it felt good, Obviously I want to keep going, I want to get better, and I know at some point I'll probably get over my head or try to get better at being in too much of my head about it. I know it's gonna take time, Also because I get scared. Being there, I got really scared, and that caused me to spiral as well. So I felt very scared. I felt very nervous, and it kind of knocked my confidence off. So that's something I'm currently lacking. I know I'm gonna get through it at some point, or at least try to, feel a little better about it and try to be in a better place than where I've been the past few weeks. It's been very hard, but I'm trying to get through it. I don't want to quit. I know that for a fact. I don't want to give up. I think the first week I was like, I thought about it. I thought about quitting. I thought about giving up. But I don't like those words, especially because I feel like when I take a good look at it from afar, I'm like, I know I don't want to quit. I don't want to give up. I want to keep trying. It's just gonna take me time, because I want to give a good try at this. I really want to try to give this my best, give it what I can, because it's an understatement to say I want it. But looking at it from afar again, I do want to just try to give it my best, try to give it all I got, give it a try. And if it's something I can't escape from, then that's a good thing for me, because again, like I said, I want this, even though I just said it's an understatement. But yeah, I make no sense. I just don't want to quit. I don't want to give up. I want to keep going. And it's hard for me right now. I'm gonna get through it. I know I will at some point. Oh yeah, and there is another thing I want to mention as well, something that I noticed that really did help me get out of my head. Not even just before wrestling. Me reading and me writing my promos, because writing those promos actually do help. I feel like I'm getting a lot out. It's like me portraying character, but me not portraying character, me getting my real feelings and such. So I haven't done that since I started school, but recently, maybe last week or a couple days ago, I started doing it again, and I did feel a little free. I felt more space in my mind, like a computer, more space, more RAM, blah, 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 whatever. I felt a little better, so that's something that I need to make sure to keep doing, because I don't like being clogged in my brain, especially when, there's time to work. But the future me out there, if you're watching this, and if you ever feel stuck again, you ever feel in a rut again, or if you ever feel out of it, there's also before I go on that, another thing I felt starting school, after that first week was over, I felt pretty depressed. Again, that's a lot overwhelming, and I just felt mentally out of it. And I want to point that out there because I want to get that out. I don't want to keep it in anymore. Again, that's not me wanting to quit. There's a thing where people say, if you're not making you happy, why do it? The thing for me is, I think looking back at it from afar, I'm enjoying it. It's not just like taking happy out of it. I'm enjoying it. It's weird for me. It just makes sense to me. It's not something I want to quit. It's not something I want to give up on. I want to keep doing it. I want to keep trying. I want to take it slow this time. So yeah, I want to point that out there. Go back to my future self. Dog, if you ever feeling stuck, you ever feeling depressed again, you ever feeling in a rut again because of this, man, you gotta slow it down. That's the thing about us. We try to speed it up. We try to get there as fast as we can, try to learn everything quickly as we can. And we're learning things at a good pace, but you're moving too fast. You gotta mentally slow it down, you gotta figure it out. Take your time, ask questions. Don't be afraid to speak up. Slow it down. Remember to read and write your promos again. Do the things that you felt free doing. Do the things you felt you loved doing. Yeah, so never ever feel like you can't get out of it again, So do those things. Slow it down. Take time for yourself. Figure out what you should and need to do and do them. It'll help you in the long run. Side note, I noticed that when I first started this run, I haven't done this for one, forever, and two, on 3 weeks ago on Tuesday, before we started class, we ran around the building for 8 laps. So I haven't done that since. I gotta work on that. I realized that when I first started, it felt so difficult. First of all, I felt great doing it, and right after I felt tired. I felt like I wanted to give up. But I think that's another opportunity, another choice, another time to, or reminder to be like, well, it's mentality. Are you gonna quit? No, you're not. You ask yourself, am I gonna quit or am I gonna try to keep going? And I don't wanna quit. I don't wanna stop, because it'll help me in the long run in terms of when it gets hard. I'm gonna choose to keep going. I'm gonna keep trying to keep my mental in check and keep going as far as I can. Because especially if I started, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to quit. I don't want to give up, especially when I just started. I think, again, that's a good reminder to ask yourself and to remind yourself it is all a mental game. It's all up in the mental. It's not just physically, but in your mind. As cliche as it sounds, it's true. It's hard, but can you try to keep going even when it gets difficult is the biggest question. Again, with that, it presents. Sorry if I keep repeating myself. That's just how I am when I talk sometimes, especially since I'm been jogging for a while. But again, it presents itself as an opportunity, a choice, and as a reminder. So yeah, it's just a side note. That's another side note. When I first started jogging, I had a little bit of pain in my left abdominal. I think it's because of just my food digesting, whatever. But I'm stubborn a little bit. I'm a little stubborn, so I wasn't gonna give up. I thought about it, but I'm not. I don't want to. And then once I got up to a checkpoint to walk, I was like, okay, I had an idea of recording myself. It started after somebody's days, me recording myself, me talking about where I've been at since I started wrestling school, and turn into this, a long video. You never know where you can go if you keep going. Again, with me feeling a little bit of pain in my left abdominal, probably not the smartest thing to do. Probably just obviously take care of your health. But for me, again, I'm a little stubborn. But don't always follow what I say. Take as you will. Getting up to that checkpoint and checking where I am, if I should keep going, and me going to the idea of recording myself, do my little diary, little journal entry of this, caused me to distract myself in a good way of me having an idea and recording myself. And because of me doing this, I forgot I even had abdominal pain until 2 minutes ago. So I think it's a good thing to go to the checkpoints to see where you're at. And it's never bad to take a break, stop, especially if you're not feeling the greatest. It's also a good thing to keep going, again, depending how you're feeling, because you can have moments and opportunities like these. So another part of the side note. Yeah, I want to record this because I feel like I should, and I'm glad I did. If you're still here listening and watching, I appreciate you. You're a real one. For anyone else who just hopped on the video, if you got bored, whatever, that's understandable. No diss, no shot, nothing. I'm just saying, well, if you don't have any time to watch it, I still appreciate you giving the time. But if you're still here watching, listening, appreciate you. But yeah, this is like a little diary, little journal, little entry. Also for me to keep myself accountable. Maybe I could look back on it and be like, damn, maybe I did, get over it, or I'm at a better place now. So yeah, I'm gonna get through it. We're gonna get through it. We're gonna figure it out. Thank you for listening and watching. Appreciate you. I love you. Whenever the next video, promo, maybe clips of me wrestling, whatever that is, you'll see it. So yeah, have a great morning. Have a great night wherever you are. And thank you again. Appreciate you. Love you.